Homes to damage roofs. People are going to be reaching out to their insurance companies in the coming days to try to get help. But what do you need to know before you call? Joining us this morning is our good friend Tom Cotton from Hugh Cotton Insurance. Great to see you, Tom. Thanks for coming back to visit us after the storm.
Good morning.
All right, so let's kind of go through the list of what you want homeowners to know. And number one, you need to report your claim, right? You have to actually call your agent.
That's right. You need to report your claim to your agent or to your insurance company. Be sure you take the time to document whatever damages you may have, and your policy requires you to begin to make repairs that will prevent further damage. So I would say just get started on that. There's going to be a lot of people moving into the area that are going to be wanting to pretend like they're going to help you, but they're going to take advantage. Do not sign an assignment of benefits. Use only local contractors or contractors that are licensed by the state of Florida. And people need to remember that their deductible, their hurricane deductible, because this is a hurricane event, is going to be a percentage of the value of their building.
Right. Okay. So in our case, for example, I went and looked at our policy very closely, and we had an option. We could have chosen a $500 deductible, and a 2%, a 3%, a 10%. Right. So you need to know your policy, right?
That's right. And okay. A lot of times the carriers will give you an option. You can have a 2% wind deductible or a 5% wind deductible, and of course the higher deductible lowers your premium.
Right. Okay. So let's talk about the wait for the adjuster. So for instance, I have damage at my house. I called my insurance company, and they said, listen, we don't know when an adjuster can get to you. So should you start making the repairs before the adjuster gets there?
Yeah, minor stuff, absolutely. Again, your policy requires you to prevent further damage, but document what you're doing and go on ahead and get started. Because people have to remember, we're not the only ones suffering a loss. All the catastrophe adjusters were in Texas. And this particular storm, our Florida domestic carriers have offices in 3 cities, Miami, Tampa, and Jacksonville. They had to evacuate Miami. They transferred their offices to Tampa. They had to evacuate Tampa. They're in Jacksonville, and Jacksonville's flooded. So it's taken us a while to get our domestic carriers back online. Our wait time yesterday was 15 to 30 minutes to report a claim, but it should be much better today now that people are back at work.
If your insurance company comes to you afterwards and said, I'm sorry, but that's not covered, that's this or that, or it's pre-existing or whatever, what's your recourse? What do you do then?
Well, you know, there's going to be a lot of that. You know, a lot of people are going to be expecting new stuff for old stuff, and your contract says that we have an obligation to replace your lost items with something of like kind and quality. Now, you can't buy used roof shingles, so, you know, people are going to be getting new roofs. But, you know, the best they can do is just report the loss, talk to their agent if they have a problem, and if there's a dispute, first go to your agent to see if he can resolve that. But if that doesn't work, your policy has a mediation provision.
Okay. And you can always get a mediator to help you. Is that right, Tom?
Yeah, but that's not the first step. Okay, the first step is to give the insurance company a chance. And if there's a dispute or a disagreement, contact your agent. That's what they're there for. They can help resolve those things, because if you're expecting something you're not entitled to, they need to tell you that. But if the company is not doing what they're supposed to, your agent should be able to urge them along. All
right. Always good advice from you. Tom Cotton, how can our viewers find you?
They can obviously call my office, 898-1776, Hugh Cotton Insurance, or go to hughcottoninsurance.com. Thanks for having me.
You're the best. Thanks, Tom. We appreciate you coming in this morning. Glad all is well at your house. All right, 7:45 right now. Let's check